why grief ministry is important in priestly ministry that you think, Father Bob?
Grief ministry is important in priestly ministry because part of our role with people is to offer human and spiritual support and healing. I think healing is such an important part of our ministry, and it's related obviously to our sacramental life, to the sacrament of healing, to Eucharist, and to reconciliation. But there's so much healing that happens in conversation. When a person is in grief, they need some safe place to talk about their feelings, to tell their story, to express their anger, their confusion. A lot of times they're faith questions about trying to understand how suffering and death fit into their faith. And so there's a lot of dimensions to grieving. It's human and it's spiritual, and it's a very important time of growth. It's a time when faith can be deepened and an understanding of God can be deepened and broadened. And a time when ultimately some sense can be made out of suffering and even death itself. So a lot of people are uncomfortable with having those conversations, or a lot of times people when they're grieving find that people around them don't want to be bothered, they don't want to hear the story anymore, or they say, why don't you get over it, why don't you move on with your life? And what I've come to understand is that grieving is a slow process because usually what people are grieving is about something very important and very deep, especially a long-time relationship with a person, a spouse, a friend, a family member. And so because of the depth of the relationship, the feeling of loss is not something that you get over very quickly at all. And I think priests need to understand that, and as much as possible, offer that place where people can talk not just once, but frequently about as they move through the process of grieving. And part of the grieving process can be praying with the person, helping them place their grief and their sorrow in their relationship with God, and that it's not just a human effort to get through it, but they need God's help, God's grace to get through it. So I think it's a very important part of priestly ministry. And the other part of that can be that a priest can also train and develop support groups in a parish where people are knowledgeable about grieving and will facilitate. I know some parishes have this. They have a person trained, a facilitator, a kind listener who can meet with people over a period of months and just be their constant companion, offer them that regular, safe place to talk about the many different feelings and ask the many different questions and to struggle to find answers, to find meaning in their loss. And I think that's very much, like I say, a human effort as well as a spiritual effort. So that's my quick summary of why I think it's an important part of our ministry as priests.